And meanwhile, the lower house has acted to provide much-needed funds for the rebuilding of their areas. The House Committee on Appropriations approved the extension of the life of the 2013 calamity funds, as well as the proposed supplemental budget to be sourced from the unreleased 2013 pork barrel funds. More from Freddie Abando.
It was so time-consuming that it took the Committee on Appropriations almost 7 hours to approve a joint resolution which will extend the life of the 2013 national budget until 2014 and the supplementary budget of 14.6 billion pesos sourced from the Priority Development Assistance Fund waived by Congress after the Supreme Court declared it unconstitutional. The said amount reverted to the National Treasury, which certified that it can be used to augment the Calamity Fund to finance government's massive relief and recovery efforts for areas devastated by Typhoon Yolanda. Eastern Samar Congressman Ben Everdona urged his peers to shorten the debate. His province is one of the badly hit areas. Later, Congressman Martin Romualdez said the bill's approval will go a long way in boosting government's efforts to stabilize the current conditions in Yolanda-battered areas.
Maghapon na po tayo dito. I don't think our people can afford for another day, for another hearing. Pupunta pa po ito sa Senado. In the meantime, wala pong masilungan ng ating mga kababayan. Wala po sila nakikitang pag-asa.
We have a country that's been ravaged by a lot of calamities. So, I guess it'll be up to the executive and Congress, no, to prioritize.
Budget Secretary Freddie Abando disclosed initial recovery funding will amount to 38.8 billion pesos. On top of the 14.6 billion pesos are other sources still to be identified. In the list of priorities for the initial fund for recovery are sustained relief operations until the end of the year, providing food and water, the restoration of utilities and provisions for livelihood and employment.
This is the immediate requirement for which we need to raise the necessary fund. We have to go back and determine where we will draw these funds, Mr. Chairman, and come back to the President on Friday so that we can, with more specificity, present to him both the details of the rehab, immediate relief and rehab plan, as well as the financing of the sourcing of the funds for the plans, Chairman.
In the meantime, is expected to approve the two measures next week. House Appropriations Committee Chairman Isidro Ungab expressed confidence it has the bipartisan support of all members to approve it to relieve the pain of the tragedy and tears left by Yolanda's fury.
We really need to augment that. So, yun, kailangan natin bilisan na. Kung maaari, kung pwede sana, ibigay muna natin yung kailangan, saka na yung questions later, emergency muna, bago yung mga detalye.
For the People's Television Network, this is Freddie Abando reporting.